Hey everyone. It's gonna be a short stream, kinda. It's gonna be a split stream basically. I have like 2 hours that I have to go, and later on we will stream with OC, also some Rabbit and Steel. But we kinda we're almost done with Dorothy's vision yesterday, so I feel like maybe this is enough time to finish it, so I wanna try it. We also did it before the stage already. So basically what happened so far is we did funky experiment at a test site to create basically equivalent of nukes, and now we're gonna stop the nukes. And maybe also the innocent pioneers or something, but Oh, actually I did not check his, let me retweet. What is really cool, I kind of don't, at least I've never seen it afterwards, or like in any of the events I've played. Yeah, I get it, you said, please load fast, I'm time pressure. We also want to do the extra objective to clear. Oh, we just need to defeat all power armors. Okay, yeah. We're just going in guns blazing then. You hate Nika, yet you sneak into market the stream. That's a gumsha. Curious. Okay, no, I do not hate Nika. I still like Dorothy. But I like Nika's Dorothy. I don't like actually Arknight's Dorothy. She's kinda toxic. Imagine sacrificing people to basically build a nuke. That's kinda evil. No Dorothy would do that. But hey, you know, sometimes coming up with Steam titles is hard. Yeah. I guess we just put you early on. One of the greatest payoffs in the story. I just need to accept that. Let's just go for the most armors with this. That I do not have enough time with everything I want to do in my life to actually also play Nikki. And I'm cringe. I can live with that. Oh, that is gonna be a lot of people. Top Ligma Company. I mean, it's not a good video game, but I do still enjoy the story most of the time. And for better or worse, that is kinda what my YouTube channel is mostly about. So yeah, I don't think I will drop it. But hey, you know, at least you get to enjoy Peak or something. And those machines, oh fuck you, those machines must have been annoying when this actually was a new event, huh? What? Okay, well, you're telling me you can just punch Samia in the face? That is fucking toxic. Maybe good to punch out. Okay, this might shock you, but I do not really have time right now to make videos, but I also will start making Arknight's videos. I have been kinda trying to catch up on this video game. And I also applied once again to my South Korean overlords to like be a partnered streamer for another of the gacha games they're gonna release. So that one will be better than Chaos Zero Nightmare for sure, for sure. Man, Chaos Zero Nightmare was a video game. But yeah, like, Nike is a nice video game, but I also, at least I just, the gameplay I guess is filtering me. These Power World patch notes are almost as big as next season's Maso ID. Okay, wasn't... Okay, it's a stupid metric anyways, but I think I saw like a tweet or something that is like... Yeah, okay, I don't remember the number, it was an absurd amount of number of pages, which is probably not the best way to track the size of a patch note, but yeah. I also did not look at the patch notes for Power World, to be honest. But I'm kind of looking forward to playing Power World on Sunday. The game was overall pretty fun back even at the start of early access release. I guess the spookiest part is that like you reached a point where all you did was kind of just catch more pulse and, you know, grind levels, right? I hope there's like more stuff to do in between. I don't know what they actually kinda did. The tweet that I posted in our chat, that maybe. Oh, no, I know. Okay, I saw that tweet. I saw also another post of just how long the pages were. I think that was like from some screenshot from a fucking games news outlet, because games journalism, baby. But yes, this video game. Oh, Director Muleseye coming in for work this late at night. Yeah, we need to find some people. Yes, there's always more to do. Your work must be exhausting. And who are these two? Some very important business partners of ours. We are now a Rhodes Island company. You don't recognize this one? Sorry, I'm not so good at heavily shrouded faces. This is the famous origin theory scholar, homeopathic expert, and catastrophe researcher. Oh, your reputation precedes you. It's my lucky day getting a chance to meet amazing scientists like you. See, this is the kind of place I want for my gacha game. This guy has never heard of me. We have urgent business to attend to, so you'll be heading up now. If you get a chance, we should have lunch together sometime, okay? Right, well, let me keep you. Wait, I thought you looked familiar. Aren't you that expert in the field of defensive materials? This has to be Holly, right? Harvest, or it's Goldman. I have conflicted feelings about Goldman. I like his YouTube videos. I'm starting to think he might not be actually a nice person though. While has really expanded at an astonishing pace the last couple years, hasn't it? The consequence is that our new little friends still have much to learn. Two directors here at the same time? I better get back to work. Please excuse me. I'm going to tell them I'm back. Forgive me, but my eyes aren't what they used to be. I met such a lovely rural lady before. He knows how to flirt. If you have nothing else for me, I better get home. An old man like me needs to sleep. Right, Director Muleseye? Don't forget the black bean tea you owe me. Xavier, did he really just happen to be passing by? He just Mrs. Ferdinand. It's 4 in the morning. Harvest normally would have gone home 9 hours ago. I knew it. He is not lining up behind either Ferdinand or Quisten until the last minute, and he is sure how the chips will fall. I love opportunists. He's still calculating the odds, waiting to see. I bet that even if Winelab gets blasted to rubble, he'll work out without a scratch. They've entered Vine HQ. Second team, prepared to intercept. No, you're gonna get mechanized. Imagine what he can do with this thing. Let's slow down a little. It's you! I saw you fight Xavier. I'm pretty intrigued by your equipment. Mind if I took a look? Is this how you always greet your enemies before engaging? Rhodes Island Elite Operator? Hey, you know what? At least you did the research. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not talking as a Rhodes Island Elite Operator there. As a mechanist, I respect all exceptional technology and its innovators. Which is why I wanted to ask how you'd feel before I took that special looking staff of yours. Okay, you know, you should also steal other people's machines. That's kind of rude. You're a funny one, Mr. Mechanist. I was only going to meet with Xavier, but you and your boss, the doctor certainly gave me a bigger surprise. You know my name? You've looked into me too, haven't you? It's the habit of our kind to gather up as much information as we can before a fight. The name is in Vine HQ's database, Miss Holyheck. But I don't buy that Ferdinand would hire a history scholar to hunt his co-workers down. She just really loves the Bible, okay? It's very much needed for Vine Labs. Otherwise you don't have any morals, okay? That'd be silly, even for the impossible world of Columbian academia. It's my side gig. You research history for a side gig. Wrong. I'm a historian, just here to see millennium-old prophecy come true. Likewise, I believe our future is heading in a direction that will lead us to certain hidden historical secrets. Just like you, I seek the truth. We're here. You know how to find your scumbag boss, researcher. I mean, he kinda said where he is, no? You should be in the control room right now. As we went around the corner, you can get inside it. That's the quickest route to the control room. You want to hurry though. We're about to have company. Officer. I knew you were on their side. You were weak-willed. You can't put your past with this criminal behind you. They fucking summoned the final shape from Destiny, okay? I feel like every normal human will be justified to go like, maybe this is fucked up. He's not a criminal yet, punk. You people don't have the power to convict. Not yet anyway. You're heading past the point of no return. But why? You're also exceptional. Why destroy your future? Why didn't she take my advice? It's about someone else, isn't it? He just misses his wife. Can say this for you, for her again. Because we know what we're fighting for. Protect certain people. Protect certain rules from being trampled by people like that scumbag director. We don't hesitate. Ever. We aren't like you. Probing all the sides before you pick one. And even going so far as to ask a dumb question before a fight. Did you find out which way you're going? I think so. Up to it then. What about you? She's gonna stay behind. I have a crossbow. You don't. Worry about yourself, not me. She has arts. Thanks. Take care of yourself. Where are you going with her? I thought you came all this way to settle your score with him too. Got my own weapon. It's been a long time since we fought side by side. What are you talking about? I mean, back when we used to play those games? Besides, I was the one always tracking you out to play. Oh, thanks for that. Thanks for that. I actually have some basic knowledge of. Honestly, I would love to see him just for his lasso or something. I really miss those days. I mean it. The elevator up ahead will take us straight to Control's office. It's safer if we take the fire exit in the back. I know, but aren't we in a hurry? It'll be faster if we head straight there and run into less armed person along the way. Wait, and go over there. Huh? Oh no, we are leaking. It is traumatizes every time they use like the game sound effects for actual cutscenes. Oopsie. I forgot this area's monitored. Oopsie daisy, you know, just a silly girl. Doctor, it's time for plan B. Punch! Yippee! Intruder spotted. Here, over here. Captain, wait, the Vector? Hello, Reggie. What are you doing here? No, you don't have clearance anymore. I can't let you go any further. Facing an intruder. Hesitating only gives a chance for your enemy to strike. You need me to teach you this all over again. Shields up! Prepare to stun! Target intruder! Savia! We pass. Just barely. Have the latest data been recorded? Yes, they have. Note the drone's positions. Do not let the test subject's action influence first-hand data collection. Don't worry, boss. The first-hand data you want are right here in front of you. Elena, I'm glad you're safe. I worked under you for so many years now. Reading the slightest change in your expression has become part of my job. Your left eyebrow twitched ever so slightly. You are surprised. Well, you're full of surprises. It's a relief to have you back. Those stupid new hires really need a fine researcher like you to discipline them. You want me to be a team leader? No, not a team leader. You see that key on the desk? Take it. You've more than proven your abilities. You don't need to be anyone's assistant anymore. Not mine, and not Dorothy's. I want you to handle the next project as overseer. This key is a present I prepared for you. It's an all-new spacious laboratory. Your laboratory. Man, he really just thinks he can buy her off. No matter what kind of experiments you want to run, both Vinelab and I will fully support you. Wonderful. Have you considered letting me take over as energy director? That is not out of the question. You don't seem particularly happy about my surprise. That's because no matter what kind of future you had in mind for me, my answer was always going to be no. Set your staff down. What are you afraid of? I'm going to betray you and ruin the moment you see your bright future manifesting, right before your final victory? I might just consider doing that? You don't understand. I've given you so much. So talent, diligence, and ambition in you. All three are necessary to achieve success. All three qualities that are also define me. Yeah, but she has the fourth quality, which is called having morals. Of course, you wouldn't understand. If you actually thought so highly of me as you say, you'd have told me the truth behind the experiments. You tell me how you disregard the safety of your test subjects, when you used me to keep tabs on Dorothy, and how, when you finally have no more use for me, you wipe me out along with all the evidence of your crimes. You think I'm some stupid little girl who listens to everything you say. Even with Olivia's nudging, took me till the moment you make your move for me to finally open my eyes. You aren't ready, Elena. I was afraid you would be shaken. And here you are. You've never trusted me. You don't trust anyone, only yourself. So why should I trust you again? Why should I trust your promises now? I've given anyone more chances than I've given you. You know what? You're more like me than my own children. Put much blood and sweat into you, even now. If it's what you want, I would still welcome you at my side. This is the last thing I ever ask of you. Please shut up, boss. Take your present and your fake sincerity and stay far away from me. Starting today, I, Elena Urbica, am no longer your stupid little assistant or your pawn. I will be the one to finish you. Ferdinand Clooney, you are fired. Director Clooney, Capper, get weiter. Director, are you alright? I'm fine. Elena, stop. Stop looking at me like you care about me at all. It disgusts me. You say I don't understand you. You never truly understood me either. Perhaps I actually hesitated, worried in that brief moment just now. I wasn't worried about the ruckus you were causing. I was worried about you. I really didn't want to see things come to this. Those words... right back at you. What do we do? The fence guys just keep coming and coming. Ferdinand's got all the sides covered. Doesn't matter how much of a fight Xavier can put up. There's no way she can take on so many at once. We're counting on you, Director Mulesai. Me? No way. I don't know how to fight. All the running around to dodge their attacks is exhausting already. Can't you hear my panting, Doctor? Didn't you quite ingeniously cover for Xavier just now? You know. You're blocking Xavier's line of sight intentionally, or otherwise. You've been pretty calm ever since you heard me guess this is where control is. Man, she's called out. You almost got me! Doctor, you pulled me back? You'd still do that for me? Look, okay, Mulesai is crowing on me. Even though you figured out I might have other ideas. Your feet have other ideas. I want you to help Xavier. This is... This is for the benefit of both Wills Island and Violet. I should still take responsibility for my company, okay? This is the second time you saved me now, Dr. Lyra. Alright. Let's call this my way of repaying the favor then. I stand with you guys at least this once and help Xavier get where she wants to go. You hear me, water molecules? Step up and give these nice people a little kissy. Wash away all the dust under our feet. They have wavered. What a poor soul. She's always looking for some kind of promise of the future. Who would willingly admit she and her ways belong only to the past? I guess at some point, maybe they bring it up in Lonefield or something, what is up with her then? It is curious to hear, you know? Are elves and Terra also just immortal beings in like most of kind of fantasy settings? Can this Dr. Lyra really give her what Kristen can't? Ma'am, sorry I spoke into the blockade. Let her meet her old friend then. I still have other work to finish. Looks like this Mechanist and I will just have to catch up next time. It is, if he survives the power armor, he got this. Fine, also that spider fit tanked us a little bit out. How long has it been since I was here? 1497 days. You know, that's also how I count. Perhaps we were already enemies when we said our goodbyes. Will we still be friends when we meet again? Who is this? I mean, I know that Nasty exists, but that doesn't even look like her. You're back, Xavier. Oh, yes, okay, makes sense. Hallo, Questen. Okay, now we can do the other special states thingy, right? EP. Even have this. Let's go. I will never use the US gene, I'm sorry. Okay, I think maybe one day. Actually, I will use you in like... Wait. That's how you click it. I can menu. But yeah, I want to say maybe I will use you in Stockholm Protocol again. She encounters the past and gazes within herself. Oh, I do like Xavier backstory. And free money. They are offering free money. But they're stealing my Xavier. Okay, that's...
옛말에 좋은 제목은 올바르게 쓰여야 하며 능력 있는 자만이 자리를 유지할 수 있다고 하였.
Kinda sad. To be fair, depending on how my pulls go on the when I'm like... It's like a week at this point, isn't it? Jesus. She might get replaced with Shu, I guess, which will also be sad. Interesting stage. Well, we kinda only have to actually just defend this place. But, I'm sure... But he may be here. It's gonna be harder to actually heal you. Hi, little chunky. Feel free to pass by. What the fuck is this? I guess that's a story with these things. Hope you're having a nice day though. Oh, I'm blind! How did I not fucking see me? Okay, I do need to defend another spot. You can beat... Who would win? A Myrtle or a power machine? Actually also deal a decent amount of damage, which is crazy. Something like this. Yeah, this will still be straightforward. Wonder what the boss is. Is it gonna be the big shapes in for the next stage? Okay, let me beat again. It's just basically mines, right? Okay. Are you an Equip Master, I guess? Can I see that? Oh yeah, you are a Equip Master. After a trap activates, so it gains +2 attack. Wonder if you can just one it trap niche or something like that. I guess the sucky part is they are using a lot of my deployments. Just remove you, I guess. Actually, I kinda placed you not. I placed you. Let's finish the sentence like this. At least the bottom really should not be a problem. Harmonix is just an insane nuke. Maybe put you here.
가장 위험한 전장은 어디지?
내가 당신의 보고를 듣게 될지 생각해 본 적 있어.
What's your healing range?
내가 가겠어.
I feel like they positioned you awkwardly too. But yeah, maybe this probably must have been hard on release, actually having to fight the things. The big block thing can charge those sleepy golems. But I will say, if you with just the meta team I'm using to just go to this quickly, mechanics are not real. But I guess I could have tried out at least the mines. It's me. You were right. The cop chose to help the pioneers. Lelina Urbika turned on Director Clooney. All according to Kaikaku. The sigh leaks out of the communicator. What a shame. Ferdinand has lost. Why do you say that? Sure, I couldn't stop them, but there aren't too many. That's over, we have control. I just happened to see your old boss returning to Wind Lab headquarters. Director Savia? Yeah. Settle down. You've taken quite a beating, yes? From whom? The cop. I believe you said she likes Savia in some ways. There's nobody quite like her. I just don't understand. Why would she do that? All the hard work she put in. Wind Lab meant more to her than health or fame. I wanted to follow in her footsteps and defend Vine. Why would she betray us? Because you are a fucking horrible company. Did she? Or did we let her down? What do you... Ah, the follies of youth. The young seek out those they think of like mind, but true understanding only comes with time. We may argue incessantly now, but there was a time when they treated each other with sincerity, more or less. Dr. Pavis, do I hear music? He's just chilling at home. Have you not heard this tune before? Oh, that's right, you joined after Wind Lab's first New Year's party. We didn't have our own building back then. How old is Wind Labs? This invented half the floor of an office building next to Timor's Institute of Technology, and shared an old apartment with Savia nearby. Okay, I'm not quite sure how big Wind Labs is, but I felt like this was probably just one of the first companies of Columbia or something like that with how big it appears to me. Ferdinand talked about bringing in funding for us, but once he left his old job, his former associate stopped answering his mail. I was still at my old lab, and only went back to Timor's a couple of times per month. On New Year's Eve, I got a message from Mulesai ordering me to attend the party. It snowed heavily that night, and the woods back from Max DC were packed. I didn't want to go to all that effort, but Mulesai didn't give me a choice. She said she would soak my pillow in icy water if I didn't get back on time. I stepped into the office just before the clock struck 12. Then I heard the song. It was a dreadful song. No, but I just love the way it sucks. As a Lifanian, I've never understood, to this day, how Mulesai, a 40 on original arts, could have such vulgar taste in music. But others didn't seem bothered. Ferdinand asked Savia to dance with him, and she said yes. Could you believe it? As for Kirsten, she watched from the sides. That night, she spent more time looking at the people in the room than outside the window. Those days, I can hardly remember them now. How did that song go? Suppose I really am getting old. Okay, but how is this relevant to this, old man? Director Pavis? Are you asleep? Okay, I laughed. There's no response from the communicator. The tune keeps playing, looping over and over again. He does not know if the old Cabernet is still sitting by the communicator. All he knows is that when he returns to Vinelab headquarters at dawn, he will see Pavis standing at his usual spot, a teacup in a sense, Watching young faces come and go below with a smile on his face. Mentos never sleeps.
박사랑 다들 열심히 한 덕분이라는 건 알고 있는데 근데 박사
Okay, yeah, I see kind of hold Ruby Mosavia backstory, but no, I love my goat, man. In the test site surrounded by barren lands, the two take a surprising first step. Yeah. Now it's time to have Savia again, and if I ever find her again, there she is. Give me skill 2 for now.
그럼 바로 작전 브리핑을 시작하지.
Okay. Der quiete for money our way, Savia. Your speech was excellent. All those investors were moved by the future that you painted. The future, of course. I described some byproducts they would be interested in with the kind of language that they speak. It was only one short night, but it was far more exhausting than spending a dozen days in the labs. It's something we need to power through for the time being. Once our funding is settled, you can move into the laboratories whenever you want. You know me well. That's the only reason I'm bearing with all this. Right. Academic named Ferdinand Clooney is very interested in your proposal too. We'll build the most fantastic laboratory in all of Terra at Vylab. That's what he said. He just loves money, okay? Welcome him then. I looked into his background. He feels more like a businessman than academic to me. Might not understand you. No, Savia. Never needed anyone to understand me. Actually, I'd say I've already got more than I could ask for, having met you. Someone's like-minded. Right now, why needs to amass more capable personal projects? We have to, if we're going to reach our ultimate goal. What is your ultimate goal? Your control. It's your call. Is it going to space? Some of Ferdinand's methods aren't exactly above board. Decent amount of his projects even have some under-the-table dealings with other big corporations or the government. I'll have a nice chat with him about the rules of our cooperation going forward. You help me take care of this, right? I'm the Director of Defense. That's my job. But it would be very risky for you and Vylab. Wait. I just came up with a few new ideas that might even solve some flaws in that theory of mine. Right. What were you going to say just now? Never mind. Thanks for that, Savia. It's because you're always here for me that I can focus on my job without worry. You never needed anyone to come save you. She was just having a nice day, taking a vacation break. But you came nonetheless. That face again. You're angry. All those years out there have made you a more emotional person. I mean, that's not bad, right? Maybe she seemed very cold. I thought you'd better understand my decision after you took a good look at the reality of the lands outside. Answer me. Did you authorize the experiment at Site 359? No. I never lied to you. I'm sure you know that better than anyone. But you also don't care what's going on over there. You turned a blind eye to what Ferdinand is doing. Just like you turned a blind eye to Parvis all those years ago. Which experiment are you talking about? You don't remember. You never remember any little thing that isn't related to your own research. There's only so much that a human brain can process. I have more worthwhile work for mine to focus on. Fernand's little twix bought me some time to relax. And it's thanks to him that I can concentrate even better and think. My experiments have seen some major breakthroughs in the last few days. Why don't I tell you about them? You are, Why you? It's not like you're not interested. You're just worried about all those insignificant people and things. Man, imagine being worried about people. You were never insignificant. You never escaped the weight of those people and things, Kristen. After all, both you and I, and Wyneb too, all grounded in this land, we've put down roots. Yeah, but, you know, it's a big country. Is it a big country? At some point I need to actually look at the world map and learn all the lore. How big is Colombia? But there's surely enough people. We can just sacrifice a few. I mean, since Colombia is basically Arknight's America, I just assume it's kinda big, but I might also be wrong. I'm sorry, Dr. Lima. Why are you apologizing all of a sudden? Don't worry, we're still on the same side. Won't do anything to you, at least not right now. Man, she has such a way of words of making me feel so goddamn secure, huh? It's hard to say. Kristen might not necessarily be on Savia's side. I heard they used to be very good friends. Don't know what Wyneb was like back when it started. Kristen's Radiance brought all kinds of people in, at first, but it was Savia who quietly popped it all up. It's just Kristen doesn't care what kinds of experiments Ferdinand runs. So yeah, she was also okay with fucking sacrificing people. Well, I guess not sacrificing them, but man. Was eager to make sure she's okay. That's why I lured you guys here. I never knew Kristen would interfere with what's going on at the site. That's why it is so important for Pelopsis to see the truth behind the site herself. Control needs to know we saw everything. You not going to stop at telling Kristen's situation over there? The important thing is that Woods Island has caught wind of this. Miss White doesn't want this information. There are lots of people that do. Let's go. Imagine how much money you could make with this. I still find it hilarious. So yeah, like the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Arts Units, and the Original. You know, they're all the same. Information is the most valuable bargaining chip there is. As long as Miss White wants to keep Wyneb alive, she has to intervene at the site. Been planning to force her hand since before you got here. My doctor is the smartest person alive on Terra or something. Dr. Lima, she might just remember you for this. Sounds like I should be honored. You're confident. No, I feel faith in the operators at the site. I do like taking the option whenever the game asks me if I have faith in my operators, yes. That's wonderful. I have one last question, Director Muleseye. Are you bothered by those experiments? Dr. Lima, at the end of the day, I'm the director of Wyneb's ecological section. Not a lot of people ask me questions like that to my face. Yeah, but it's time to learn about your moral values. How should I answer this? Wouldn't you agree that if I didn't keep a secret or two, my charm would take it? You get away with this because you do look cute. But also, she does be okay with human sacrifice, is what I'm learning from this. Doctor, I still haven't received Pelopsis' synchronized message. Sorry, I don't have the time to fill you in on the details. So I have 10, no maybe 11 hollows to take care of. Right, one more thing. Holy heck, got away. I mean, honestly, I'm impressed if you get away. I mean, I do get it. Like the Woods Island elite operators are like just the crop of the crop, but Jesus, 10 of those? She might head to the side. She seemed like she had her own objective. Right, I agree with you. It's more dangerous than we expected. How am I doing? I'm a bit. Robotic arm is overheating a little, that's all. I won't let myself get hurt before things really get heavy. Nina, you're staying here with me. You can just marvel at my ascension as the CEO of Wine Lab and selling out all of Columbia or something. You've contributed a lot to the experiment, and I'm proud of your results. You've earned the right to stand by my side and witness the glory it brings us. Hey, at least he's sharing the glory. You turned the whole site into a petri dish. You put all those pioneers in danger just to create a giant monster. What could it bring, if not disaster? Money. The way I see it. Several miles out, the silver geometric body remains steadily suspended above the site. The body seems as if it has started a storm. However, aside from the chaotic gales, there are also countless scraps blowing around it. Some of the scraps were originally trees, while others were once parts of buildings and machines, but all of them have taken similar shapes, hovering around the body in the center. A geometric body could appear at any moment on the outskirts of other Colombian cities, could also suddenly descend up in Londinium or Central Cavalleriki? I have no idea where this is, but that's surely a nice city. Thus we defined what people imagine when they think of original arts. Thus we define the known rules of physics, will soon redefine the already changing tides. A new era. What I see is a new era of nukes. We're getting rid of war because we just drop some shapes onto every country. Its survival carries with it all sorts of possibilities. Chances at things you may never have thought possible. It also implies a change in the standings of factions old and new. I'm taking these risks not for myself. It doesn't necessarily have to be Columbia that enters this new area. It doesn't have to be Vine either, just as long as I'm getting paid for this. But when the time comes, our money and connections will both leave us behind. The city of steel we have forged will be torn apart at the hands of other nations, just as Lincolners became fodder to a new hegemon. The laboratories of which we were so proud will be dismantled and sold for scrap on the second-hand market. While Vine's science will be forgotten and slowly rust away in an underground warehouse. When that time comes, we will lose any chance we ever had to drive change. Our ideals will shatter, we will be left to live out the rest of our meaningless days staring at the backs of those who have gone ahead. When the epoch decides who to leave in the dust, doesn't think back on past glory, or just hold on out for future potential. All we can ever seize is the present. He will be forgotten by history for sure. Searching for signal. Connection failed. Still no comms. Doctor, we've been surrounded. The living quarters probably won't last long. Soon this building we end up leveled like the others at the site. This building will end up leveled, I guess. I understand. I'm not good at English either. The silver construct is controlled by the subconsciousness of the hub's test subjects. If we forcibly remove the treatment bands the pioneers are wearing. Negative. Removal of the treatment bands carries as much risk as the removal of device number 9. What if we interfere with the neural activities externally? No, that's too risky too. It's likely to cause brain damage. Yippee! Without the silver constructs, I have no idea how to go about waking them up. Those are connected to the system might never wake up again. It's my fault. Gordon and I were the ones who put them in this danger. At least I acknowledge it. I need to save them. I must. In 30 seconds, we'll face the 10th wave of attacks. No, the frequency is getting faster. Wouldn't you at least expect that they have some more control over this? I guess the bad part is just that they can plop this down wherever they want, not really the control of it, huh? This can't continue. No, only I can stop it. Tiny grains of sand cloud the air, like an entire house shrouded within the fortress formed of loose sand. There are countless silver substances laying outside of it. They seem curious about this fortress, not understanding why they cannot dissolve the seemingly fragile barrier. You didn't stop it. You're just using your original mass to offset its corrosion. The arts unit will fail soon. Not yet. Not so fast. What have you done to yourself? Just a small experiment. I've turned myself into sand. Funniest shit I've ever seen. You implanted one in yourself. Arts unit. Before I let anyone else into the lab, I need to ensure of the safety of the requisite steps. That's quite reckless, but you know, I respect you. They're switching up their attack patterns. It's part of us. It's curious, and it's a good learner. The urge of impact noise can be heard from the outside, as so a storm of silver rain is raging. The rain keeps opening up holes in the sand wall, which are in turn patched by more sand. I need to find some other way to buy time. Doctor, let me try. I'll go outside and use my arts to lure some. Wait, that's too risky. Doctor, I told Mr. Sunny something when we were chatting earlier. His words have stayed with me for all these years. If I don't take a step forward, how will I ever know if my path lies out there? Truth be told, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Might even mess up the moment I step outside. I can't help it but doubt myself. But what if it works? All my mentors have taught me that whenever I start doubting myself, I should just remember, I have succeeded before. That's actually good life advice. Let's go, Kwe, you got this. He takes a deep breath, lifts his head up, and looks at the darkness in front of him. The silver geometric body has what appears to be eyes. But he knows what it is that he's looking at. It's not a new kind of intelligent being, or is it some kind of mysterious monster? This is the fruit of human technology. It can be used, analyzed, and then we put it into the zoo, and no doubt defeat it. You aren't anything to be afraid of. You are just a triangle. Fear always stems from the unknown. And you were created with arts. You're a byproduct born in the pioneers' minds. Humanity triumphed over the darkness of night. How could we lose to our own creations? A ray of light emits from his hand, and the bolts toward a dark shadow floating above their heads. He has character development. He will be the bright lamp for this. As expected, not insignificant amount of silver liquid exits out of the pioneer's quarters, entangles itself with the dark night as it tears madly toward the light he released. That moment, the light is shredded into pieces, leaving only a few strands progressing deeper into the darkness. But more and more light then rise one after another. Kwe is a brave man. He's just like Sunny and the pioneers. He has the courage to face his challenges head on. Its attacks have gotten stronger again. All my light can do is distract it. It still sees us as its target. The nose is bleeding. Even if you have no infected organs, the body's blood vessels won't be able to withstand releasing this much energy. It won't take long for you to hemorrhage to death. I must protect them, and I'm willing to give you life. That's not an excuse you're using to win over the pioneers. You're really going to do it? Well, she's an operator, so spoilers, she won't die. Like the silence, wouldn't you make the same choice to protect your family? Okay, she increases at least my power rankings of people. She might not be just goddamn mad scientist. I made the wrong decision once. and I won't make the same mistake again. You mean your mother? All these years I've wondered over and over. How did they feel before they were swallowed whole by the sandstorm? Did they wait, despairing in a cramped space until the moment of death arrived, like these pioneers? What if I didn't accept that invitation? Would I have stayed with my mother until the very end? Would you have changed anything? If she had the qualifications in the city with me, would I have spared her from the storm? My research has solved many difficult problems that were unsolvable. I still haven't found an answer to this one. Why was I the only one spared? I love Survivor's Guild, but life do be random like this. Look, the silence. If that is really the assemblage of the test subject's consciousnesses, I love it, just as I love my family. But why? Why can't I hear it speak to me? Of course, they are sound asleep. A deep fissure appears in the sand wall. Duffy stumbles forward, but a pair of hands catches her. Duffy, no matter how much work you put in, you can change your mother's fate. That storm is in the past. It ended long ago. Is that so? A tone fills the opening in the sandfall with its own body, seemingly injected with life once again. The grains of sand quickly arranged in an orderly way. Duffy, you want to hear family's voices, right? You should ask those test subjects. Once the storm is over, they will tell you the answer. His hand is getting warmer and warmer. He knows that the machinery has been pushed past its limit for so long it's doomed to break. But he cannot give up. At least he will explode with his armor. If he falls here, the island behind him will forever be swallowed whole by the darkness. He has to hold on, just like that one night all those years ago. He went so far away, even though his hands had gone numb from the cold and his legs hurt from the long journey. He needs to make it to that day when he passes the torch he holds to another pair of hands. Suddenly, a warm power shrouds his hand and helps him stabilize his energy output. Let's go with someone else's art. Operator Pelopsis? You require assistance, Operator Quay. You needn't alert me to this danger here. I already calculated the probability of our mission success before I submitted my leave request to Dr. Silence. It's at 1%. What's the number? My support is the newly added variable. The probability of our success is... No, you don't have to tell me, because I know all outcomes and it's gonna be us surviving. I'm just used to planning everything out before the actual execution. I know it was hasty of me to run out here, but I couldn't control myself. Calculating the results will not reveal anything in advance. Vader Quay, what determines the result in the end will always be determination. Impulse that drives you forward. I cannot confirm whether the fluctuations of my brainwaves right now were caused by this impulse. It was none other than your actions that drove me here. Operator Pelopsis. Thanks. Even more light begins to emanate above him. This is beyond the theoretical maximum output numbers that he and Mechanist, the science of the weapon, had yet to measure. But these are his arts. Well, the real power was the friends he made along the way or something. There has never been a theory capable of fully explaining original arts. Furthermore, this luminescence comes not only from his arts unit, it comes from his heart. The luminescence in the end pierces through the out-of-control test subject, through the darkness, the clouds, and all the unknowns above. This thought, hidden within the spark of electricity, pulses once only. Nonetheless, Quay grasps hold of it. He can feel the possibility within. A weak signal has been detected. Connecting. Phew. Following an intense quake, the enormous test subject positions itself in front of the assembled onlookers. There's no foreshadowing, left no trails of its movement. It simply appeared in that very position. Stand back, Quay. That's an order. Silence grabs Quay's other hand. But he wants to die a hero. Rune takes to the sky and gathering the golden vase began to disperse as Quasang starts to give. Just his way towards the silver colossus that shrouds the sky. The explosion is as loud as a thunderclap. Thorn, having risen to the highest point in the sky, disintegrates into countless specks of light that flutter down. I picked this up from Elena. Though a trick like this will only work once. This light will extinguish eventually. Message sent. Our most crucial objective has been completed, right? Yes. We did it. She reaches her other hand out to hold Petalopsis. Light above them slowly dissipates, revealing the enormous scale of the silver construct. Yet it does not advance. A layer of fine dust still stubbornly stands between them. Dorothy? You're holding a treatment band and the reagent. You're thinking of plugging yourself in. I want to hear their voices. No. I told you. I don't know how to wake them up. I won't know how to wake you up. Yeah, on the one hand, I enjoy the bravery. On the other hand, you are also the person that probably knows the most how we actually could stop this. You might find yourself swallowed by the consciousness, and your nervous system might see irreversible damage if you destroy the construct, and perhaps... I'm a researcher. I'm willing to accept all the uncertainties. But I'm your doctor. I can't just watch you risk your own life. I'll be fine, Olivia. This way, I will get to be with my family. The subjects behind her are unable to speak. The silver construct before her remains silent as ever. Dorothy closes her eyes and feels the silver reagent flow into her body. A slightly cold sensation feels as if the fingertips of her family members are caressing her up and down. Olivia. I need the answer. They are like crying out in pain, but also it's going like the human mind can't triumph. Okay, we have the impossible shape. I mean, I guess ideally we stop the shape already here, right? Just so that it doesn't fucking charge the things. Or we just commit, as always, to just ignore mechanics. The team that Dorothy personally created. And here, no one will ever have to suffer the pain of the journey. Okay, you shoot in a straight line, I guess. But also, like I said, actually that's not a good middle. We could blob up here, kinda. But I hope this will just not be too much damage.
전황은 명확하다.
여기 경치 좋다. 그치?
It's manageable.
너가 사라지네.
I kinda would like to cover more, but also... Also, ideally, this probably would have been... Hoshiguma for sure. Yeah, we feel like we can just do something like this. Since it seems like it only shoots in a straight order, this has like no HP. It's dead, baby. Oh, okay, that is rude. Let me do also something like this.
다음에는 휠체어에 비행 추진 장치를 달아볼까? 경건하게 기도하십시오. 말해. 내장 해제 확인.
That exo is kinda useless now. But yeah, we will just brute force, and this is just a normal stage. Oh, now...
이게 바로 이베리아의 데스트 레자다.
Was it what? It's just a straight line.
잘못된 길을
With we can also just do this.
가장 성가신적은 누구지?
Oh. Wait, who died actually? Oh, you died.
우연히 들었어.
Oh yeah, I guess this is just
네 놈한테는 볼일 없다.
it's more damage than just a straight line for sure. But you did not have a second thing. It's kind of surprising. I feel like this. I think this is the second tier event. I feel like around that time, every boss in the existence of this video game already had like 2
당황하지 마라.
phases.
내가 있다.
At least it very much just feels like a thing they always do.
휠체어로는 철골 위에서 드리프트를 못할 거라고?
Okay, but yeah, now we can just AFK.
내가 일으킨 트러블은
And I can take
나밖에
more.
수습 못해.
Whenever I fully made my niche team, not sure if I would actually go back to all the old side stories, I guess if I really run out of content. But also there's so much content to do in Arknights. Like,
말해. 제가
not sure when. I kind of would love a stream where I do try to get all the IS6 endings at some point. Maybe before the next IS drops.
리더 자슈 F5.
But we will see. First priority is doing all the main story and the relevant side stories. Will be hype for Lundve.
실력발휘 해볼까?
결단을 내 어른과 노인
Okay, come at me, I'm not afraid of you.
모든 것을 묻어버리기를.
I guess it's also just ridiculous how much Havoc can actually heal. Imagine it's just taking rockets to your face. I guess it's kinda at least what I think it's supposed to be. Yippee. Game? Okay. Sometimes I'm just scared if it's the black screen. A long time ago, there was a little girl who lived happily in a beautiful town. It's time for the Dorothy backstory, isn't it? One day a storm poured with it countless black rocks and destroyed her home, and she got infected. Yippee! In search of a way to restore her homeland's beauty, she found the courage to set out on a journey. Legend told of a most amazing caster who lived in a faraway, marvelous land, and his originals could make all that is impossible possible. During her journeys, she met a foul beast that couldn't fly, and a tin man who was nothing but an empty shell. What is this? The foul beast wanted to learn to fly, and the tin man wanted to find its body. They all had different dreams. Time to go to the Wizard of Oz, I guess. Find this marvelous land, they walked for a long time, so long that the foul beast shed all its feathers and the tin man began to rust. That's not how it goes. I will give you my wings. With them you can fan away the dust, the foul beast said. Oh, okay. I hate it when my mouse does do this. I'll give you my tin plates. With it, you can make it through the storm, the tin man said. Yippee, I love everybody sacrificing themselves for me. The girl wore the foul beast's wings and the tin man's plates and flew past the desert and the storm. She found the caster when he discovered an incoherent madman. The girl cried in sadness, but her friends were there with her and started to talk to her. Thank you. I flew across an insurmountable desert, the wings said. Thank you. I felt the warmth of her body once again, the tin plate said. It has been such a wonderful journey, they said together. In that case, my team has come too, the girl hugged her friends. With you here by my side, now I have a new home. With the dreams of her friends, the girl set out on a journey again. This time, she did not set out to find a legendary caster. She had an all-new goal. She would walk far away to where no one had ever gone before. Dorothy, did you like the story Mommy told you? it is a nice story. She hesitated for a while, and also seemed like the blink of an eye. So, Queen Tweez and that was a bright and beautiful day, as well as a quiet, endless dark night. We saw a rainbow that stretched across the sky, and reflected smiles on the spectators' faces. They walked close together, discussing food, weather, and a good harvest. We saw her too, and waved at her. Hello, Dorothy. And that's where they always started clapping and say congratulations. I've seen a Fagalion. This is a nice place, isn't it, Dorothy? There's an endless supply of clean water and food here, and all the wild beasts have gone away. It's so great to relax here. All the data from those experiments that drive me crazy though. I'm always afraid that the director might show up out of nowhere. Shouldn't stay here too long though. The storm might be coming. Don't worry, we know how to deal with those. Otherwise, why would they even have come here? What is there to worry about then? That we can be on our way tomorrow, of course. And we don't know whether we'll ever find another place like this again. Doesn't matter if we run away, tomorrow's still coming. If all I do is hide here, when will I become the greatest scientist there ever was? And that's why we'll be on our way as soon as it's light out. Strange, what a long night this is. It's moving more intensely. It's like it's putting up a fight. Perhaps it's because Dorothy is putting up a fight. Do you believe her? This was Miss Dorothy's experiment. Would she really willingly abandon a team she's chased for years? Well, at some point you do realize the team was not the thing that actually made you happy. What Dorothy seeks isn't success. If she can really hear the voices of her loved ones, she will make the choice that's most beneficial to them. I wonder what she sees at the very moment. Lacking sufficient reliable data. I was able to feel them. I did not receive a transmitter in section. One hypothesis is that the device number 9's sensitivity to signals has allowed me to receive fragments of some of the messages. Those fragments contain certain specific words, rare emotions. Language is a set of rules for command input and output. I'll describe every tiny brainwave fluctuation in detail. It must make a conjecture. I postulate that Vector Fangs is streaming. She's streaming? With stream? Is this Dorothy's own dream? Or a collective dream of all the pioneers connected to the hub? I do not know. Just like I was streaming, I could not ascertain whose stream it was. Choice, a manner of speech. Olivia? I don't know what's going on. Is your device being jammed again? I don't know either. Olivia, I feel both sad and happy. She does for sure feel like all the emotions right now. Are we all walking a path to an unknown destination? And a starting point we can no longer see? I think so, especially for researchers like us. There's one thing I wanted to tell you for a long time. Rise number 9 may have given me a lot of pain. My journey may come to an end at any moment, but thank you. It's thanks to your companionship. Never once felt alone or lost hope. And then they hugged and made out. Navi, I gotta ask, am I gonna die here? That would be a waste. I like you, man. You're free enough to think about that. Why don't you try to work a little harder? Don't have too many balls left, do we? Before these well-armed fellas shackle up my neck, I can still breathe and think freely. I got something to say. And say it. Look at how hard you're panting. If not bite your tongue when you talk. I laugh it when you say things like that. Ever since I became their boss, I think every word I say is pure gold. It's exhausting. Mommy, I ought to be satisfied enough that I get to die next to you. Aw. At least say you love her, come on, man. Isn't how you saw yourself biting it, huh? I used to think that it'd be great if I got to go out on a soft bed with my wife and kids holding my hand. And a bunch of letters from the people I'd helped sitting there on my nightstand. Right, a window. The room's gotta have a window. I see the sunlight one last time. I think that whether there's a room or a bed. Feels like it's not so important whether I have a wife or kids anymore. Looks like I stopped caring about dying somewhere along the way a long time ago. Oof. Let's peak doomer. Mommy, isn't it a long journey hard? Why did everybody choose to stay somewhere safe? Dorothy, everyone is hanging on because they want to see with their own eyes what the path ahead holds. Will I go on the journey with you one day? You will go on the long journey, but not today, Dorothy, not today. Dorothy, you will make your own journey. Mommy, why are you crying? Is it because you don't want me to leave? You don't have to go to the summer camp if you don't want me to go. No, Dorothy, your future doesn't belong to me. Dorothy, one day, Mommy will stand here and send you off on your journey. Dorothy, the sights you will see in the future will be like nothing I've ever seen. No. Dorothy, why are you crying? Don't you like this place? The child stands on her tiptoes and reaches her hand out to try and wipe the tears on Dorothy's face. Dorothy lifts her hand as well. Just as he's about to take the girl's hand, puts her hand down. No, my dear friend, this is the land of dreams that I've been searching for all my life. Well, it's not my home and family. Oh, I hope I can find peace and happiness for all of you. But your futures don't belong to me. I shouldn't trap you here. And I shouldn't trap myself here. We'll send you off on your journeys. The sights you will see in the future will be like nothing I've ever seen. She gets it. Dr. Science, am I seeing things? All the silver liquids retreating. Laboratory. Why is it suddenly turning around and heading towards the labs? It's time to eat Ferdinand, come on. If it keeps going, it will reach... Right, that's its target. The place it was born. With a loud bang, the remaining half of the building suddenly crumbles. Unlike its previous growth stage, it does not patiently wait to dissolve the crumbled building's structure. It simply retrieves all the energy. Without hesitation, it tears into its own heart. How gigantic was this goddamn thing, just dimension-wise? The large geometric construct rapidly crumbles away. The dust scatters in all directions, and a stream of silver liquid slowly flows on the ground. The sky too has returned to its original color. Nope. No. Impossible. The data. Show me the data. The task subject is connected from the hub. The structure completely collapsed. The hub is destroyed. Mary? I'm not dreaming, am I? The monster's actually gone. You have prevailed through the darkness. You're saved, and now you're arrested. You're saved, Mary. Did you see that? Don't let your guard down. You should have the bad guys from Wine Lab to deal with. Wait, are the Wine Labbers retreating? Hold on, who's that? And are they wearing... Like the Fangs destroyed her own creation. She did it! You believed in her the whole time, didn't you? Wait, she said, you have the same kind of courage as the pioneers. I couldn't tell her in the time that she was just as brave. So brave that she was willing to wake up from the dream she weaved of her own love. She's also reckless. Dorothy, what do you feel? Does it hurt anywhere? It was just a good nap. I can't say I feel very good, but I feel relaxed. So, did you find your answer? Answer? No, what I found was the new journey. And it belongs only to them. I have another path to walk. How does it feel to have your team squashed? Only Dorothy knows the exact location of the hub. But it will be that Dorothy destroyed the system she created herself. Can she control this creation? Yeah, she actually understands the dreams of the pioneers and the pain, you know? You can't imagine that, can you? It's because you've never considered the possibility that Dorothy would inject herself too. That she would plug herself into that thing. It's not like you saw her do it. I didn't, but I know her. Her heart lies with the pioneers. For them, she would do whatever it took as many times as it took, without hesitation. And she'd choose to stop when and if it became necessary. I have to find her. Her research is more impressive than I imagined. The experiment is not over yet. What's going on? Where are the defense personnel? Vector Clooney. The observation station surrounded. Who's authority? No, doesn't matter who they are. How did they find about the site? My hearts. Finally, it's enough for those control panels to use to swap communications. It did take me some time, so I've got to thank you for teaching me patience. It's right in front of me. If you would just pay more attention to what's going on around you and listen more carefully when you talk, you could have figured me out. They're here, Director Clooney. Mein Lab Energy Section Director Ferdinand Clooney. I have proof beyond a reasonable doubt that you have violated clinical laboratory regulations and have been conducting illegal experiments at the site. Let's go. Bureaucracy wins or something. I guess the doctor got to show around the footage and blackmail Vine Labs. Surrender immediately and order your subordinates to drop the weapons. This is all just a misunderstanding. Please let me make a call. Not exactly in accordance with procedure, but knock yourself out. I was not in service? What do you work for? I need to talk to the colonel. Look, I know a lot of colonels who run a lot of regiments. You want to be a little more specific? Well, man, he got duped. The Countess' weapons pointed at him. Name is frozen on the tip of his tongue. Suddenly, Ferdinand is relieved that he did not reveal the name to the crowd. Pick up your comm. It's me. I get it now, Kristen. You won. Congratulations. This was never about winning or losing, Ferdinand. Your bet almost destroyed Vine Lab. Mine? I told you I would build the most fantastic laboratory in all of Terra here, and I did it. Yeah, and then you destroyed it. For Queed. I will show that Vine name lives on gloriously in the epoch to come. What about you? Do you care about Vine, Kristen? No, maybe you should care more about just the science and the good you could do for the future, huh? You don't. You only want to burn all our efforts as fuel for yourself. Projecting much? It's for Vine's sake that you must be stopped. Vine Lab doesn't belong to you. It doesn't belong to anyone. Ferdinand Clooney, you're too easily distracted. Vine doesn't need an academic like you. You came here just to fire me, Control? I'm reminding you to make it a smart choice. You mean, accept your proposal to hire a top lawyer and use relationship with the government to have me locked away in a state prison for 2 centuries? How smart that would be. Ferdinand. He killed himself? That I did not expect. Okay. What structure he has broken through. I think he might have escaped, man. Okay, but it's a pain in the neck to catch these smart asses who make preparations in advance. Not like we had much of a choice. After him, you won't get far without help. Probably has help though, sadly. It all turned out just as you wanted, Xavier. The situation has changed, thanks to the message you and Woods Island brought here. Ferdinand failed, and you saved Vinelab once again. I should go. Xavier, I don't remember everything that happened all those years ago. I noticed that you've tweaked your arts casting methods. The constitution effect your calcification has on matter particles is more complicated and intricate now. You abandoned the formula that the two of us developed together in the early days. Defense techniques that have been cracked have no value. And I was the only one ever to crack calcification. Huh. Yes. Goodbye, Kristen. He hated these preparations. Well, after all, only losers have to resort to backup plans. I mean, it's curious that he actually made them. But yes, he is a loser, and we'll fucking end him. Valiant Laboratory has never needed so many plans. After all, he has always had a massive control of the tides. Many say that he is a capable businessman, but they don't understand. He simply stays on the right path and marches on endlessly. As long as he walks faster than anyone, money and attention will come pouring in. And with these resources, he can walk faster and further. But today he has no choice but to walk this dark, narrow path. A escape route that he never seriously considered he would have to take. There is someone waiting for him at the end of this path. Who would ever be waiting for him? His co-workers? His family? Elena? None of them knew about this plan. Aside from him, there should be no one who knows this place. But you got sold out by her, probably. Here at last, Ferdinand. Been waiting entire minutes. Holy heck. And I expected. The last person to help me would be a mercenary. Oh. You aren't here to help me. Then why not pull the trigger already? Relax, Ferdinand. I'm not here to kill you either. Not sure I believe that. The Colonel. The army wants me silenced, I'm sure of it. And Kristen wants me locked up. I'd turn crazy like Logan Williams if I ended up in prison. Either that, or I'd have to roll over and rot away as a corpse. Mad scientists are hardly a strange sight here in Columbia. It's not like the military or the government could shoulder the infamy that comes with sacrificing civilians in evil experiments. I have no idea how Kristen caught wind of what's going on in the site so easily, or how she managed to convince the bureaucrats in the government in such a short amount of time. Oh, it's you. You're no normal mercenary. You're a spy. Government sent you? Who do you work for? Shh, let's not waste our breath on all of that. Come on, but see, that is the law I live for. Columbia, men like you can't hide anything, not even escape routes that look so discreet on the surface. Watches as the woman in front of him walks closer. Chill runs down his spine. But even the conversation he had with Kristen a few minutes ago made him despair. Yet right now, with deliberately reaching her hand out toward him, extreme pain rushes up from his stomach and crosses his throat. He almost vomits on the spot. It's time to study the Bible, my man. Look how messy your hair is, Ferdinand. It would ruin your image if you went out like this. Right, you might want to know that I've already torn your getaway car to pieces. You just made a very smart choice. Could have tracked Kristen and Vinelab down with you, but you didn't. You do actually care as much about Vinelab as you said. You made sure that there's still hope for everyone in the future, even if that future doesn't necessarily include you. So, right, I say it how you like to say it. I forgive you. Walk forward about another 10 yards. There's a suit of power armor in the firefighting cabinet. The newest kind. You can wear it, you can control it remotely. You can even ignore it, it's your call. Even though you can never come back to Timors, and it'd be in your best interest to stay away from other nomadic cities, there's still a vast lands waiting for you. Now, up to it, pioneer?
놀랄만한
말-
성과다. 네가 가져오는 승리.
I guess in one side, so we get to kill him. I mean, I guess we still have we have the epilogue. The backpack has been prepared. The wind has blown away the dark clouds. The unknown awaits ahead. Duffy, are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Well, happy end, for most of us at least. Slow down, you almost knocked me over. It's all my fault. If I'd found out what Ferdinand's been up to sooner, if I'd figured out a way to tell everyone sooner, if I'd talked to you a little more. Well, it's not your fault, don't blame yourself. Jeez, look at you. You came all the way here from observation in a hurry. Just dirt on your face. Might have gotten on my face when I was beating up Ferdinand. I already forgot what I grabbed to beat him with. My hand was shaking really bad. Were you taking it out on him? No, that didn't feel good at all. Duffy, I'm disappointed and I'm angry, but after the dust settled, after seeing the soldiers run after him, I also started to feel really bad. Because of everything Ferdinand did? No, because of what he could have done. I still remember everything he taught me, and I still believe that when he told me about his grand ideas, there was an inkling of deception behind the light in his eyes. And there was a time when I wanted his recognition more than anything. That's gotta be really silly, right? Saying stuff like that. Not even a little, Elena. Sometimes it's harder to accept than to deny. You won't have to be anyone's assistant ever again. Yeah, you can be an operator instead. You won't cast a shadow on you again, but the flames you lit still burn in your eyes. His end is your start point, and there's no doubt you will walk much further than he ever did. Duffy, why do you sound like you're saying goodbye? What do you mean I won't be an assistant anymore? You're fired. I know you plugged yourself into the hub, but doesn't mean there's something wrong with your body, right? I'm down. I'm fine. If you don't believe me, ask our good doctor. Make no guarantees. Olivia, are you finished checking all the pioneers? There's still one more to go. Yeah, we need to look after Sonny. The transmitter is still flowing through you. You're showing no physical abnormalities at the moment, but no one can tell how things might develop in the future. It's time for a Dorothy Alt. You don't need to worry about me, my dear doctor. The substances flowing inside me pose no greater threat than the crystals on your bodies, and the brewing storm up ahead. But those little things won't stop us, will they? Certainly not. The out-of-control construct caused significant destruction to the base. There's hardly any rubble in front of them, only a clean floor of silvery white. You know, probably it's just best to demolish the rest of this facility. Sell the land. For long, even that will be cleaned up. But there will always be traces left here. Suddenly, the silver river in front of begins to move again. Reflection of the rain clouds. Acknowledged. The government has taken over all administration of the site. Per our agreement, Wolf's Island needs to destroy all the information we've collected. But imagine the blackmail. But this isn't the end. Just got a new lead about Ferdinand Specker. I'm on my way to meet with the informant now. Doctor. Saya stops in her tracks and looks up. Okay, that is a pretty 6 CG. There are rain clouds slowly drifting their way into the city. At the test site some 60 miles away, somebody else is thinking the exact same thing. it's about to wane into more. Well, better wane than that, like, actual storm, I guess, right? You know? That's pretty much a wrap. Thanks for helping us clean up Quay. I'm glad I could help, Mr. Sunny. And there's not actually much to clean. We did good. Looks just like how things were when we got here. Hey, do me a favor and pass on our apology and some thanks to your co-workers. Just like you said, the Woods Islanders pulled us out of our funk. No, Mr. Sunny, it was you and the rest of the pioneers who saved yourselves. Did you forget? If you hadn't made your voice heard, you wouldn't have had the chance to take your hand. I'm blessed to have a friend like you. Well, you can send, like, letters to him from prison. My little engineer buddy, I'll never forget what you told me. Not to mention everything that happened here at the site. At Mary. It's my job to make sure all of you get away from the site. What I was gonna say is, you still got a chance to arrest me. This whole mess is an experiment gone wrong, thanks to the work of a lone actor. That's the word from on high anyway. And since those Vine researchers don't want to press charges, your little kidnapping isn't in the records. No, I'm not talking about the last couple days. I'm talking about 4 years ago. We know why I signed up for the experiment that night. Every pioneer has a reason to wanna go back to the city. My reason is I have to go back to someone I hurt bad. Someone who used to be my dearest friend. I owe her an apology and I deserve to be judged. Been on the run for 4 years. At first, I thought the waves swallowed my dreams and changed me into a different man. But that's not what happened. On that night 4 years ago, I killed the Sonny Romano who believed in justice and equality. I did it with my own 2 hands. If you do get arrested, there's only 2 possible punishments waiting for you. 1, you'll get thrown in prison and then the infected quarantine zone once you've done your time. And the other, you'll be a pioneer. Dramatic cities will be close to you forever. I know. But you're already a pioneer, so that means you... Let's stop it with all this talk about whether I forgive you or not. Old Buddy is here to send you on your way. Shouldn't you hurry up and do something more meaningful? Long overdue warm hug. A true reunion, but also a formal farewell after years apart. Aww. You figured out where to go next. It's some guy who's got a bunch of letters for a name. Starts with a D. Sent us all a kind of weird email the other day. Bunch of letters for a name. I mean, doesn't everybody have just a bunch of letters for a name? Starts with a D. Okay, I have no idea who this is. There's an invitation to work with him attached. So I have no idea how he got the contact information for the Pioneer team. Doesn't seem like he's from a recruiting agency. Should be more careful the next time you pick up work. Try not to break the law again either, otherwise it doesn't matter where you run. I'll track you back here, I promise. You got it, officer. Not far away, his brothers and sisters on the Pioneer team call out to him. Sonny knows that this time he is fully prepared to go on his journey. He started cleaning up the mess at the test site. Right. It was the energy director who made the mess anyway. Yeah, I guess this is kinda corporate social responsibility for us, huh? I'm more willing to believe this is a deal. Alright, it's not like there's anyone who believes that explanation here. There's pioneers. We've been watching them for a while. They're starting a new journey. I wonder what we'll find next time. Again and again in a never-ending cycle. We can never go back home. Might never again have a place you can even call home. Doctor, found that Vine personnel are digging away in the rubble of the elapse. Like the mule's eye. You're here too. Mule's eye. Have you figured out when you'll answer my question yet? Question? What is it that's bothering me? I'm prepared to talk. I'll be the first to know, Dr. Liver. Why does she keep her secrets? And why is she cute? Relax, it's all been taken care of. No civilians will ever find out what happened at Site 359. There's no chance of anyone using this against you in your upcoming election. Yes, I'm well out of Timor's already, on my way to Max CC now. Ferdinand? He's no threat anymore, you can be sure of that. Ma'am, you're standing right outside Vinelab. Why did you lie to the Vice President? Because... to remember my original goal. What is your sad backstory? Doesn't know how far he has walked. His aging horse foot reminds him that his body cannot bear such exhaustion. However, it feels as though Timor's is right behind him. It could be right in front of him too. The shadow of a nomadic city is enormous, and it grows endlessly with the passage of time. He must hurry. Hurry. Where's he going in such a hurry? Will someone betray him at the next waypoint, just as Elena and Holyhead did? Hold it there. We know who you are, Ferdinand. Think you get just to walk away scot-free after everything you've done? Don't think that Gideon is going to scare us. They talk big. They can't actually control it. If you open fire and kill us all here, we'll run into the next team of pioneers. Look out into the wastes. No friends here. Your enemies go on forever. Now that's what I call justice. It doesn't matter. The transmitter he developed himself is right at his fingertips. All he has to do is inject it to himself, to immediately be able to wield this power armor with ease. All these so-called enemies will be powerless against him. Why doesn't he do it? Is it because he doesn't have the courage that Durfee does? Or is it because... Ferdinand, you're the one who's being left behind by the times. Grand ideals in your eyes. Because you never believed that you belong to this epoch. You always talk about how you're in control of it. You always think in controlling, but you never feel. Whose voice is this? Is it Elena's? Right. You don't want to be left behind. You must become part of it. The power armor remains silent, proceeds no further, does not put up a struggle. Simply raises its arms, just like it's facing the winds, the sunlight, and the lands before it. An onslaught of angry pioneers rushes toward it, just as the silver monster that once hovered midair above the test site swallows the Ironforge body whole. That was an unceremonious ending, for sure. Does the Melander Foundation still have doubts about this? No control. I'm not representing Melander this time. I'm a busy woman, you know. Right, it so happens I prefer to skip the pleasantries. We retrieved the most crucial part of the experiment at Site 359. The hub was destroyed in its entirety, but by Dorothy. As it says in the report submitted to the government. It so happens that I saw a team in some pretty low-key outfits driving discreet, completely current off transport into your personal laboratory. Man. Sorry I said you turned a blind eye to what Ferdinand was doing. Perhaps it would be more accurate to say you used him. The thing that you wanted most is now sitting right on your desk. A cleanup work at Site 359 is a project that Vinelab had to take. Every day, countless failed experiments by products are destroyed. No matter what it is you think you saw, it's not worthy of outside attention. Destroyed? Well, of course, I'm sure that scrap heap is gone from your desk. Evidence can be destroyed, evidence can be modified. If whenever something happens, it tends to have a lasting effect on the things that come after. Loken, Parvis, Ferdinand. Maybe at some point in the future, the names will be completely absent from the history books. But there's no doubt they changed the course of history. Arts unit implants, technologies imbued with revived ancient Sarkha's powers. Power armor control over long distance and metal manifestation networks over even further areas. What will be the next experiment that alters the very epoch we live in? Researchers here to explore all the possibilities out there. I don't make predictions. Suppose that memories can leap past limitations of time. Predictions are nothing more than rediscovering history that's been buried. Don't we reacquaint ourselves, Kristen Reed? I'm Oliek, historian and honorary president of the Columbian Astrological Research Association. Forgive me for making a prediction right here and now. Perhaps I will be the partner you will most need, and very soon. We're going to space, baby. Anastasia, researcher Elena isn't back yet. I know, she's told me already. I just want to stay here a little while, so I can see her when she comes back. Sometimes I'm jealous of Elena. My sister cares so much about her. Who was that? Wait. Envelope? Lit up? Curious. Oh, that's a nice sky. The sky of the Venus is always exceptionally clear. This is one of the rare reasons that Kristen ever steps out of the laboratory. It isn't that she particularly likes the twinkling lights. Conjectures cannot be proven, and they're only self-deceiving lies. Yes, lies aren't completely meaningless. Even if a shadow has been twisted, thousands of times it's still cast by something that is real and truthful. Lies exist only to demonstrate one thing, that the truth also exists. It is hidden among these radiant twinkling stars, and the sky also isn't as far as it seems. When she reaches her hand out, she will surely be able to touch it. The only truth that has been suffocating the people from above for thousands of years. And right on time. Yep. Was a good side story. I like Mutsai a lot now. That's for sure. Yeah, this was so much better than Manfield's pick to actually like show off Wineflip. I guess we have some future set up. We see that Columbia's also successful of corruption. Yippee. All nice things. I guess that doesn't have probably the most lore revelations at this point for me, but it was neat. I liked it a lot. Honestly, this was the kind of story I feel like at least it didn't drag out, which is, I feel like, a concern I always have at the earlier side stories. Actually, I do want to see which year this actually was from. What year was this from? But yeah, okay. It was not a year. Or was it a year 3 already? Or maybe it's actually. Oh, it was, okay, it was like early year 4. And I guess they have been eating so good that tier if you're a Rhinox fan, that you got like Dorothy's Vision and Loaned Veil that year. That is crazy. But yeah, next thing I will do basically on stream will be going to Loaned Veil. I mean, that is like one of the side stories everyone praises, right? So that's gonna be very interesting to see. But yeah, I do have to run. I do not have that much time today. Well, I guess I will stream a roleplay tomorrow. Then forward on Sunday. That might be fun, I hope. But yes, let's wait Musty on and have a basically nice weekend. And thanks everyone for coming by and watching this. I do be rushing a bit to get to the main story, but it's also so nice to. I basically am a bit ahead of what I scheduled to be able to do chapter 17 on release, I feel like. I mean, this is where I realized Loaned Veil will take me like 2 weeks instead or something. But next week I am busy. But yeah, I've been buying enough time. Just thanks for stopping by. And see you around. Bye bye.